Hi guys. Well, it's a wrap as we look towards the end of 2019 and move into 2020. Now, I'm not a person that generally makes New Year's resolutions, but it sort of occurred to me that, if someone reached out to me and said, from a work perspective, if you had 5 New Year's resolutions you could make, what would they be? So I had a bit of a think, and these aren't in any particular order, but one would be definitely doing more to enable change networks within organisations. When change is as volatile and as constant and disruptive as it is, and it's going to get faster and faster, change cannot be left in the hands of the few. Change has to be everyone's business, and we need to truly enable with uplift skills, capability and resources a change network throughout the organisation to make sure that people continually transition effectively through change. You'll also expect number 2 to be getting organisations to work to realise that they have to invest in building resilience in their workforce. If they don't, it's going to be extremely costly in the long run. So think about the well-being of your employees in the environments that they're facing today. We need to bring humanity back into the workplace, number 3. Treat people with respect and just trust people to do the right thing, because generally they will. They don't get out of bed in the morning and say, what can I do wrong at work today? They are trying to do their best. They want to leave feeling motivated, engaged and have a sense of purpose. Number 4, giving people more autonomy. We think it's there and it isn't. Command and control is still rife. We read a lot about a shift from command and control, and I talk about moving from command and control to delegation and trust. And I've workshopped this with leaders this year, and you see the fear in their face of letting go and giving people autonomy. So we work through that and magic happens. So important that we give people more autonomy and put decision making where it's best suited to be, something else I've talked a lot about in 2019. So the people who have the information, they know the context, they can make the decision. That is the only way organisations are going to be truly agile, okay? And become more agile and faster to respond and react, faster to seize opportunities and faster to eradicate problems before they blow up in their face. And finally, to do all of that, we need to stop the lip service and talk about psychological safety, enabling people to speak up, to challenge, to getting leaders to manage constructive conflict, to get leaders to challenge people to come up with new ideas and challenge different ways of thinking. So psychological safety is so important. We talk a lot about it. And again, I've done some interesting workshops this year with leaders who, and I gave them, an assessment of how psychologically safe their team probably was. And, the results were great. And they were besides themselves because they just didn't realise until they actually started to think about it, and then committed as they left the workshop to absolutely make a difference. And that was number 1 on the list. So psychological safety, absolutely important. Guys, I'm talking to you from what's going to be a 43 degree day in Melbourne. It's always fun when we come up to Christmas. Especially when you see Santa standing in the city in full costume and ringing the bell and the sweat's running down his face. It's just still incongruous to me. Anyway, have a good one. Look after yourselves, look after each other, and most of all, be safe. See you next year. Bye.